There we go. Hi, everybody. Um, Welcome. I am just kind of, I'll be on in a second. I'm just posting that I am on. So there we go. There we go. And oh, where's my good evening?
Good evening.
I really need. Hey, there we go. Hi. How you doing? Um, I need to get I need to get an intro, I need to get an outro, and I think that's really kind of about it. Um for now, at least. I think that would work. And you know what? Humble Bundle just did a thing. Humble Bundle just did a thing. Maybe I'll get that'll save me. Let me see. Humble Bundle um I can kind of make my own cuz I'm not I'm not good. No, I'm not bundles software. Bloop, bloop, bloop. No, here we go. Hold on. Let me bring this up so you guys can see it. There we go. Why is it not? There we go. Yeah, Humble Bundle just did a thing. Let's see. Pay like a pro. Unreal. No, not that one. VFX Overload. No. Master Blend. No, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Overlay. Here we go. The Overlay Extreme Bundle. So might be able to put. Let's see. I don't need Get Wrecked Labs. Oh, that's like alerts and yeah, like throw something like that together. I mean, for this, let's see, Dark Realm. It's pretty snazzy. You know, in lieu of getting somebody to hiring an animator or something. I mean, that's $20 for 20 items. So and the thing is, I can modify those elements and whatnot and make it something unique. So that'll be cool. That might work. We shall see. Let me look at my chat here. Oh, there we go. Why is it not working? There we go. Excellent video today, C. You're welcome, Sean. Thank you, man. Um, Although I didn't. Are you talking about on side scrollers or my video yesterday? Because yeah, we're on Tuesday. Yeah, the man. I was I wanted to be funny. Um, because I have a lot of gallows humor, and I wasn't like I didn't want to be inappropriate because but I also wanted to kind of bring a little bit of humor to the show today, and I thought I did. But still, certain things caused me to get a little bit serious, probably a little bit more serious than I do usually. So, man, am I pale? So, thank you, man, and hello everybody. Um, there's not enough jiggle physics in this anime VTuber. Oh boy. What's funny though, um I have a friend of mine who is a VTuber and um looking for old streams to watch while building models. Got a live one. Awesome, Jacob. Welcome, dude. That came up, didn't it? Yes, it did. Okay. Um I have a friend of mine who's a VTuber. He's a horror VTuber and he was like, I know somebody who can like, make a rig for you and everything. And I like if if I could get a one for that, like if I could get like a good one for cheap, I would probably do it. Am I on Rumble? They take less money from super chats, etc., than YouTube. Jeff, stay tuned. I might be doing that because the thing is, building up over here, I might as well build up over there because I believe. Actually, let me bring that. I got to click on. I might as well go over there for it, simply because, um, I'm, I'm like I'm building it over here. I mean, granted, I'm already a little bit ahead, but I believe over there, if I start, I would probably be able to get set up with super chats and all that like right away. I don't know how many people would come over there. I don't want to. See, the thing is, I'm not a political person, and I have a feeling like as many of you know, a lot of you are on my Discord. You know that I abhor politics. I just like it's the last subject I want to talk about. So by going over there, I think that some people might take it as like a political move, when in reality, it's not a political thing. Like I'm really just it is a a service that is growing. I think that it does hold a lot of promise. I mean, I started on Blip and I moved over to YouTube. Now I'm obviously not going to leave YouTube for my main channel. I mean, I have way too much, way too many followers and subscribers and whatnot. Like, I mean, that's my bread and butter. That's where things are. But the streaming segment and my Twitch channel, it might just make more sense for me to do all that over on Rumble. I'm currently kind of talking about that. I'm like looking into that. But the thing is, I don't know how like, because I know some people look at it as a negative connotation. I don't know. I am just looking into it. I'm not saying if I am definitely going to do it, but I'm just saying that it is currently something that I am looking into. So that's what that is. Trash Picture Show. Dude, just want to stop in and say love your channel. You got me through the pandemic, and much love from Ireland. You're a feckin' legend. Oh, if you can't tell by the fact that I am pale and my name is Cecil, I am of Irish heritage as well. Although I am out here in America, not in Ireland, but I would love to visit Ireland someday. So, thank you over in the motherland, Ireland, the old Emerald Isle. It's a beautiful place that I hopefully can go visit someday. Um, so yeah, the pale in me is the Irish, and the um, dark hair is the Italian in me. So, but I am largely of Irish heritage. Always have to clarify that. But thank you, man. It's always good to hear. I know that the pandemic was rough on a lot of people. Myself, I'm no stranger to it. I suffered through it with you all. So, I in hindsight, there's a lot of things that I would have done differently, but I'm glad that I was at least able to help some people get through it. I probably would have done some more live streams. Oh, holy moly! That reminds me, I need to bring up my uh, I need to bring up my stream thingy. But I do have it on stream. Log in. Wait. So, there we go. It's very slowly going. There we go. Lee with the $5 tip, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good evening. What is Jamie Lee Curtis's most underrated film? Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Blue Steel. But let me go and look at um go look at the IMDb and see if maybe there's something else that I'm forgetting. Where are we on here? Actress. Yeah, we're on the right thing. Let me go all the way back to the beginning. I mean, like, I think I like her. Probably my favorite thing with her in it was Trading Places, but I wouldn't say that that's like underrated. Like everybody, that's rated. Like everybody knows that. Everybody loves that. But I just love Ja, Inga from Sweden. Why are you wearing lederhosen? Ja, Inga from Sweden. So goddamn funny. Let me see. The Fog is really good. Halloween, of course, but again, I don't think that that's underrated. I think that that's properly, it's probably what she's most well known across the board, considering the fact they brought her back for the Halloween movies multiple times. Road Games. Road Games, I think is one that not a lot of people talk about, as well as Terror Train. I'm gonna stick with Blue Steel. If you've never, Virus is another one, but not quite as good. I think Blue Steel. Blue Steel. No, not Queen's Logic. Blue Steel. She's a female cop, and here it is a rookie in the police force must engage in a cat and mouse game with a pistol wielding psychopath who becomes obsessed with her. And this is what's fucked up. This was kind of neat. Ron Silver is a psychopath that's like obsessed with her. And what he does is he writes her name on bullets, and he like is shooting people, and it's got, it's a bullet with her name on it. And she she's trying to figure out, who's after her. And it was 1990, and she looked really cute. Was it Ron? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was crazy. It's a good movie. I think you should check it out at some point if you haven't already seen it. But great cast: Jamie Lee Curtis, Ron Silver, Clancy Brown, Elizabeth Pena. There was wonder somebody else in this. Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore back when like nobody knew who he really was. Neat movie. That'd be fun one to watch on like a Discord movie night or something. And Sean Thompson with the $5, man. Thank you so much. Love you, kid. Aw. Thank you, man. If I could figure out how to bring those up over here, I would do that. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Haven't talked to you in ages. Let's see. Irish Potato American. You are correct, sir. Rumble is best about not censoring viewpoints and not pushing a viewpoint. Yeah, I think like I said, I'm looking into it. Random Moose Brains. Always good to see you on Side Scrollers. Yeah, I had fun today. Even with the serious subjects. I hope I did well. I was trying my best to kind of to balance it out, to bring some seriousness, but to all, I mean, today it was still kind of it's been a serious week, and so I felt the need. And Woogie, thank you for streaming when you're awake. Yeah, I'm gonna do a game stream at some point. We shall see. What about Kick? I also was looking into Kick. The only thing about Kick, I don't think that they have the reach that Rumble does. And Kick, from my understanding, does lean a little more into gambling. And all it takes is one like regulation to hit, and they'll be out of business. So, anyway, here we go. An idea for a video series: big stars that were in forgotten series or forgotten or obscure movies. Didn't I already do that? I think I already did that. Oh, it's Big Bippy. There's Ben Shapiro's Big Bippy. How you doing, man? You're just excited for the Trading Places Legacy sequel, Trading Races. Well, about a white guy who says the gamer word and has to pretend he's black to not get his ass beat. I need a that's racist alert. What would be a good? Let me see. No. Do I have a?
I made an ass of myself.
No, I don't have a.
Penny party!
Sometimes I'm a bad boy, yeah.
Ah, that'll do. I don't have a that's racist. No. Oh, you got a good laugh out of me, man. Good job. No. Your video on the movies. I missed the side scores thing. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. The video on the movies was good. All right, let me catch up here a little bit. Do. Yes. No, not an O, Trachenberg, but yes, Gamdar. And I didn't. Were you there today? It went. There was a lot of people there, so at Side Scroll, in Side Scroll's chat, that is. If going to Ireland, start drinking and fighting. Well, what makes you think that I'm not already drinking and fighting? Well, I don't know. My drinking days are long over, and probably my fighting days too. Let's see. And JB's Spooky Review. How are you? I'm good. I'm feeling a little bit better. I actually fell asleep on the couch watching a thing about Super Potato with my son, and I was just like, I have to get up and do a stream, and I'm old and I'm tired and I don't wanna. But I got up. I had a little yogurt. I'm having some water, and I'm doing my thing. So good to see you. Glad you're all here. Let's see. The one with Travolta. No, the one with Travolta. If you're talking Jamie Lee Curtis ones with Travolta, that was perfect. Which I have a 4-pack, Blu-ray 4-pack. It was 4 like beach movies. It was Hard Bodies. That one with Johnny Depp. God, what the hell was the name of that one? Hold on. I have to look at now. It's gonna drive me fucking bonkers. No, not. Oh, no, perfect. No, not yet. Perfect. The movie Perfect. Got too many movies with the name Perfect in it. All right. How about? All right, probably not a lot of movies with hard bodies in it. Let's see. There we go. Hard Bodies, Private Resort. That's it. Private Resort, Spring Break, and Perfect. So, Perfect was Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta on the I think Jamie Lee Curtis is a health spa instructor, like does the the 1 and 2, and then John Travolta is a reporter for Rolling Stone, and he's there to figure out health clubs more than sex or more sex than sweat, and he falls in love with her, and they bone. The end or something. Here we go. 1985's Perfect is generally regarded as a low point in 1980s cinema. Also cited as the film that brought down star John Travolta's career after a string of hits and interesting misses, disrupting a career that once seemed destined for greatness. That was a little bit later with Pulp Fiction, and if he didn't bomb out, then he wouldn't have made Pulp Fiction, So, oh, and I just see Matthew Pickard. I'm not. I mean, I am American, but I am of Irish heritage. My father was Irish. My grandfather was Irish. I have relatives on my mother's side that were also Irish. It's just that my mother is also mostly Italian. So I am like, I'm like, I mean, if you go by the 50-50 thing, I'm half Irish, half Italian. But really, there's more Irish on my mother's side as well. So I'm kind of more of a mixture of Irish. I just always liked the Irish side better. But, so that's why I always say I am of Irish heritage. I am not, because people get mad if you say, you're Irish. It's like, no, you're American. I am American. I live in America. I was born in America. But my descendants? No, not my descendants. My forefathers are Irish, are from Ireland. Here we go. Seemed just for great. Perhaps in its day and age, the feature was a strange, humorless production that was marked as a celebration of the superficial, boasting a title that teed up opportunity to widespread ridicule. Today, Perfect certainly isn't perfect, but it's far more interesting picture than its reputation suggests, generating a celebration of critique of journalism that's rich with professional detail and carries a lived-in quality during all the fictional reporting. The theatrical cuts up a mess. The theatrical cut ends up a mess, but never a tedious one, with the film handling the grind of the news-making machine with a palpable fatigue, while Travolta and co-star Jamie Lee Curtis make a credible transformation into fallible people. And yeah, it's oh god, Mary Lou Henner is in it from Taxi. Right. Oh, Kindler, Lee, Blue Steel. Awesome. It's a good movie, man. Jamie Lee Curtis was in True Lies was eye-opening for teenage me. I think a lot of people feel that way. Here we go. Oh, well, no, Matthew, not that Spring Break. That's Spring Breakers. That's Spring Break. Oh, that piece of crap movie. No, Spring Break was the one from the creator of Friday the 13th. Oh my god, I can't. Sean S. Cunningham. Holy shit, why could I not think of Sean S. Cunningham? I met the dude. He was nice. He was really nice. It was a fun ass movie. Super Potato, the game store. It's overrated and overpriced. You know what though? It's really fucking cool. I would like to go there at some point just to see it, Do a review of Perfect. I should. Shouldn't I? Maybe soon. We'll see. Aerobics instructor. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I like she's 1 and 2 lady. Jamie Lee Curtis is my B. Arthur. You know, it would be fucked up if they did. I'm sure somebody somewhere is trying to figure out a Golden Girls, but if they did a Golden Girls and it would be like Jamie Lee Curtis would be like B. Arthur or something. Oh my god, that would just put the nail in my coffin. Why don't you? Would love to see you on an episode of Siskel and Ebert where you gave the plot synopsis of Perfect. You know it's funny. I don't hate Siskel and Ebert. I know I give them both a lot of shit, and I know, don't speak ill of the dead. But I'm talking about because they did a lot of rotten stuff, and were they largely responsible? I mean, would I necessarily have a career now if not for Siskel and Ebert? That remains to be seen. I think that they did a lot to legitimize. They did a lot to legitimize movie criticism, and for that I am thankful. But I think that they also did a lot of ass. They did a lot of terrible, stupid things, such as they doxed Betsy Palmer because they didn't like Friday the 13th. That kind of horse shit. Like, that was not cool. Like, that just holier than thou nonsense. I have no time for it. So, so Irish Shifts in the movie State of Grace. Oh boy. Your mother was Russian. Your dad was Russian. I just always took my time. But do I have a rim shot that actually I need to bring up here. All right, so no, I don't have anything beyond that. I do have a Tanks for Nuttin. Oh no, not that one. What happened to Tanks for Nuttin? I gotta delete that then. That's not Tanks for Nuttin. I do have
very, very intense.
Yes. Anyway. Ancestors, I saw, and then Ancestors, I know. I forget what words are sometimes. I talked so much today about serious subjects. It burned my mind. I might have to start doing some of these earlier when I'm actually a little bit more coherent, because now I'm getting to the point where I used to be up late. Now I'm fucking old and sleepy at 10 o'clock at night. I need to go to bed. So I might start doing this shit a little bit earlier. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Italian. I like it. I like it. Half Irish, half Italian, quarter mile, and half priced. There you go. Yes, everybody with the I know, okay, it's Ancestors. I'm an idiot. What do you want out of me? I'm stupid. Perfect was written, directed by Jimmy Bridges, China Syndrome, Paper Chase. Well, the fact that he did Paper Chase is not surprising that he did Perfect, because Perfect was mostly focusing on well, not mostly focusing, but it was focusing on the journalism aspect of it. So I gotta go and look at it. Cabrera, I know who you are. You've never heard of Perfect? I think you probably would like it from a historical perspective. Looking at, it is one of those movies. I gotta stop doing this. See, that's the Italian in me. Stop it. Stop it. It's very unapologetically 80s. It is, and I think it came out in 1990, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Was that 1990 that it hit? No, not for. Or was it 1985? Okay, I was fucking way off. All right, it was 1985. So yeah, it was dead set in the middle of the 80s. It's very, very 80s. Like the clothing, the obsession with aerobicizing, and just the music. Everything is just 80s to the core. So looking at it as a time capsule, it is kind of like how I look at Hackers. Hackers is the 90s. Hackers is how I remember the 90s. Hackers 100%, I feel, captures a lot of what the 90s was. And Perfect, I think, is a good, like, we don't know time travel, but we can watch movies that are just soaked in that. Like, there are 80s movies and whatnot that are timeless, that they take place in the 80s. They don't, they're not necessarily what you would think of when you think about some of the 80s. Perfect is one of those movies. It is fucking 80s. Mm. No, Billy, I haven't met Victor Miller. Maybe, I don't know. No. Mm. And no, I'm not looking forward to the new Jason universe. I think it would be nice if it's good, but I don't think it's going to be good. You got the 4K of Deep Star 6. I love it. I went to the Friday the 13th reunion. God, 15 years ago at this point. I don't remember how. It was a long time ago, maybe 12 years ago. But I met, that was when I met Angus Scrimm. I met Sean S. Cunningham. I met Jensen Daggett. I met Lar Park Lincoln. I met Kane Hodder. I met Derek Mears. And Sean was awesome. I actually went up because I wanted to get something Deep Star 6 signed. And I was like, hey, man, I'm like, I love your work. I'm like, can I get, do you have anything Deep Star 6? And he's like, no, they wouldn't let me bring any. It was all Friday the 13th. And he he shot his agent, or not his agent, his handler or whatever, like a motherfucker. And I was like, it sucks. So I talked to him about Deep Star 6 a little bit. And I talked to, who else? I talked to no, not Angie Everhart. Nancy Everhart. I talked to Nancy Everhart a long time ago about it. I was going to do an exploring video on it, but I never did. I'd like to get back in touch with him and do a video on Deep Star 6 because I know he did not want to direct it. He tried and tried and tried to find another director for, he came up, they were going to do it. It was like, hey, underwater films is going to be the next thing. And he did not want to do it, and he kept trying to find another director. He couldn't. Finally, he was like, all right, fuck it, I have to do it then. And he did it, and he did a good job. But I know it was rough, but I know he's come around to like it over the years. He didn't like it when he did it, but he's enjoyed it more over the years. And I think it's like a good underwater film. I think it's I think Leviathan is probably my favorite of that bunch, but I think Deep Star 6 is right behind it. And but we got Lords of the Deep, and we got Endless Descent, and we got The Abyss. We got all those underwater films that were all trying to, and then underwater films just never really never took off like they had hoped. I don't think it. I think even The Abyss didn't do as well as they thought it was gonna. So. They tried that. They made an animated Golden Girls show. Yick. You remember talking to Sean S. Cunningham back in 2014, and he told me to look out for Friday the 13th show coming out in the fall. Oh boy. Well, I think they were gonna do that, but that was when they got into all this. There was the guy who came out that said he owned the rights, and there was a judge who agreed with him, and that whole fucking thing. So it's a shame. I don't think that the new Jason universe is going to be good. I don't want Jason universe. I don't want all these, like the comic book universes worked because they already is a universe. It's already, here's the established thing. But when you're doing it with movies and you're trying to make this whole thing, the what is it? Not the Conjuring. The Warren universe or whatever the fuck they're calling it, where it's like Annabelle and the Nun and all that. It's like, can we just have like movies? Like we don't need everything to be a franchise. We don't need everything to fucking have to relate to something else. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that weird obsession is, but it's not good and it's tiresome. And I don't know anybody that's like, well, I wasn't going to go see this movie, but then I saw it was part of the Conjureverse, and then I went out and saw it. Who cares? Jamie Lee Curtis's modern reimagined mod. Well, you get B. Arthur again, so there you go. Let's see. Oh boy, it keeps shooting up here. Oh my goodness. Didn't they both hate the 1982 thing? Probably. Siskel and Ebert. I mean, the thing got nominated for fucking Razzies, for crying out loud. Hey, Norn. How you doing, man? Me fail English? That's impossible. I'm in danger. Yeah, Dylan. Rip Robert Redford. I mean, dude had a good run. Dude was, 89? And fucking class act all the way. Amazing actor. Really handsome dude. Yeah, it's sad, but, I guess when it's our time, it's our time. Words are hard. It sucks when you get older. Word hard. No brain good. Stupid brain. Do I have a... I know I have a... Fuck.
Be more funny.
There we go. I reworked my board, and I need to figure out where everything is again. When Rob Lowe's would Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob Lowe's. Oh boy. Siskel and Ebert hated Die Hard. I need to see this. Is that on YouTube? Oh me, oh my. Siskel Ebert Die Hard. All right, here we go. All right, hold on. We are gonna let's look at this. Oh, wait, no, not that. Oh, okay. I have to separate that. No, not the pop-out chat. There we go.
Stars Bruce Willis is an off-duty policeman who attends an office party in a Los Angeles skyscraper and is overlooked when terrorists occupy the building and round up all of the other people. Hiding out on a floor that's still under construction, he wages a one-man war against the bad guys and maintains radio contact with Reginald VelJohnson as a cop down on the ground.
I want you to find my wife. Don't ask me how. By then you'll know how. I want you to tell her
Well, I'm
something.
going to skip because that's going to get...
The movie is filled with wall-to-wall action, a lot of it based on the inability of the L.A. cops to believe that Willis himself is really a cop and not a tricky terrorist.
He was a bartender.
Go to the roof. The car's up there! Go to the roof!
I promise I'll never
Even
tall building again. Please don't let me die.
Fucking, oh, that crazy explosion. This fucking, this scene fucking rules.
And you got just a glimpse there of the guy in the beard. That's Alan Rickman, who plays the villain and who's really the most interesting character in the movie, kind of an intellectual guy with delusions of superiority. Die Hard has a lot of action scenes like the one on the roof. So many of them you're amazed the skyscraper doesn't turn into the towering inferno. They're dropping explosives down the elevator shaft and whole floors are being blown apart. But you can also see there, I think, one of the big weaknesses of the movie, and that's the idiotic behavior of the Los Angeles Police Department. There was one character in this movie, a deputy chief, whose actions are so stupid and so unmotivated and wrong-headed that finally he just brings the movie to a stop every time he opens his mouth. Bad writing. He always says the wrong thing. He understands nothing. And with a movie like this, once you start picking out the loopholes, and there are a lot of them, it doesn't matter how good the stunts or the special effects are, or even how good Bruce Willis is. You just can't stay interested.
I did stay interested because I saw this
Can't
as really
stay
a mano-a-mano
interested.
between Bruce Willis, who I think is very good in the film, and Alan Rickman, who is really quite devilish and quite sinister and threatening. And I also like the fact that it is held in the skyscraper, so there is some claustrophobia involving this seeming terrorist attack. There's also a biplay relationship between Willis and his former wife, and they want to get that going. She's one of the people that's being captured. But basically, I thought of two guys trapped in a tower trying to fight it out, and I bought the film.
Well, what about all the cops on the ground? What about this deputy?
But
chief?
they stay away.
no.
They stay away. They stay away from him.
Willis is brought down to the ground.
Yes.
Which is a miracle considering that all of the elevator shafts have been dynamited.
I followed him all the way through.
The cop is standing there saying, "We're going to bill you for all the damage you've caused."
There are
you want to groan at things.
There
like
are
that.
idiotic cops in the Dirty Harry movies too, and you
yes.
laugh at them. Come on, because Harry's smarter.
This is not an idiotic cop. This is idiotic writing to make a cop like this when it would have
Shut
been
up,
better if he
Ebert.
just pushed the action forward instead of constantly being wrong-headed.
One supporting character, two very interesting lead characters. I like the movie.
See, that's where I'm like, oh, shut up, Ebert. You know, it's bad writing. There's a character that's stupid and I don't like him, so it's bad writing. Shut it. Friday the 13th needs to stay dead. I think so. I think if it does come back, it shouldn't come back for a little while. Although it has been quite a while, but it came back as the remake, and Derek Mears was good, but the movie wasn't good. I watched your Hackers review yesterday, catching up on those Orange Cat reviews. Love them. Thank you, Artware. Yeah, there are certain ones like that I want to redo. Shout out to the Angry Cat. That was my old thing. It was nice. Yes, the Angry Orange Cat. That was a friend of mine came up with that. I just kind of was using that as a I needed like a name, and so I just was using that. Hold on, we should have gotten James Cameron to direct Deep Star 6. Probably would have done great things with it. Yeah, back then, hell yeah. He was becoming obsessed with underwater shit, so I think I think that Deep Star 6 turned out good. Although I'd say it probably has a better chance if he would have directed Lords of the Deep with the Corman connection. Can you imagine that? That'd be amazing. If he did Lords of the Deep, oh my god, it'd probably fucking won an Oscar. Just announced and then it jumped up and I don't see it. Why is it like It's the one thing I don't like about. Why is this fucking man? Oh wow, I am okay. I'm that far behind. Pee-wee's Big Adventure from the Criterion at 4K. No, it's a great movie. I love it. It's probably it's my second favorite comedy of all time. So I used to work for was Sphere underwater? I guess it was. I used to work for a company, and I had a somebody from the crew had called up. They were buying like some shit. I don't want to say what, but they were buying some stuff for the movie Sphere, and I told them if they sent me a copy of the script that I would get them a discount, and they did, and so I did. Oh yeah, I don't know if that Married with Children cartoon is going to happen. Everybody hated it. Yes, Cabrera, not everything needs to be a franchise. Holy moly. All right, let me try to catch up on the thing. Hollywood's over-reliance on franchise would annoy me less if the sequels who got if they actually made things that were good once in a while. Roland, today's your 47th birthday, and you've got strep throat. Well, I'm sorry you have strep throat, but happy birthday. That's what you're hating on the upcoming Spider-Man movie. They have the Hulk in it. They're going to have the Hulk in a Spider-Man movie? I mean, it makes more sense for them to have Wolverine, but, you know, I know they don't have a Wolverine right now. Because Hugh Jackman said, you know, he's now officially done with it. I know Weapons is on Prime. I think it's on video on demand right now. I want to see it. I'm interested in it. I hope it's good. I'm curious. The Thing was one of Siskel and Ebert's biggest goofs. Like, my whole thing, like, I had people that were mad at me over Smile 2, telling me, to like, oh, you know, you're wrong. It wasn't, you know, it was so much better than the first one. And as I always say, here's the thing. I didn't like it, but you liked it. We're both right. That's how opinions work. It's as simple as that. So I think that I expressed my opinions pretty clearly. I did not like the fact that they basically followed this same exact template that they started with the first movie. I thought that the ending was a big cop-out. I didn't like the fact that the movie was as long as it was, with all the like song and dance numbers. It was not necessary. I thought that the girl whose name is escaping me, she did, you know, Sky Riley, whatever her real name is. I thought she did a really good job, so much so that I thought that she was actually a TikTok or Instagram star that they pulled out of there to make the movie about. So kudos to her. She did a great job. I just thought that the movie in and of itself was weak. And but I had people that were mad. I had people that unsubscribed over that. And I'm just like, if you're going to unsubscribe over the fact that I didn't like a fucking sequel to a movie, that just fucking holy moly. Like, relax, people. Jesus. It's been well established most of the Siskel and Ebert's opinions are either bad or flat out wrong. They look, man, they did good, but they also did dumb. I mean, do I have to go back? I think largely Ebert. Ebert gave a bad review to Mortal Kombat because the movie theater he saw it in was too dark. Like that's not reasonable. Like that would be like giving a movie a bad review because you were watching it and there was a baby crying next to you the whole movie and it annoyed you. Like, that's not the fault of the movie. And I think he just expected it. He's like, oh, this is going to be shit. And so he saw it, and then he saw that Cisco was actually praising it because he paid attention. And he was like, oh, crap. My movie theater was too dark. I didn't like it. So, yeah, crapola. All right, let's see. The original Die Hard was supposed to be a sequel to The Detective starring Frank Sinatra. Interesting. Yes, Reginald VelJohnson, old gay Carl, was in Die Hard. Did a great job, man. Love Natasha Kinski and Cat People. There's a fucking... Let me see if I can find the story. It is an oof. Let me see if I... Okay. So, Natasha Kinski, at the time, she being Klaus Kinski's daughter. If you remember Klaus Kinski, he's fucking nuts. So, Natasha, unfortunately, got a little bit of that nuts in her. So anyway, on Cat People, she was having an affair with the director Paul Schrader during the movie. Paul Schrader fell in love and planned to propose to her at the wrap party, but she didn't show up, and after the film was over, she cut off all communications with him. After 3 months, he finally tracked her down in Paris, and she told him, Paul, I always fuck my directors, and with you, it was difficult. Ooh. That's a oof. So, I mean, Paul Schrader, not a particularly good-looking guy, but I think that she maybe felt, I mean, because she did fuck a lot of her, she fucked all the directors that she made movies with. I don't know what, that's somebody she's working through something, but like, yeah, she just was like, no, with you, it was boof. That is a doozy. Let's see. Let me try to catch up here. Yeah, the whole point, Arthur, is that the LAPD was cartoonishly incompetent. Ebert kind of missed the fucking joke. What a maroon. Did he say Star Wars wasn't real enough? I could see him doing that. Ebert was such a curmudgeon. Let's see. No need to remake Psycho. They already remade Psycho. Oh, and they just... Is it... Who bought Halloween? Did I think A24 bought Halloween, and they're going to make a TV series out of it because... Fucking sure. Yeah. Free Jack, movies don't need to be realistic. Like, certain movies if the movie is supposed to be realistic, then yes. But if it's an action movie, it's not realistic. You're supposed to have kind of cartoonish stuff in it. Ugh. Mm. Ebert did a commentary for Dark City. Like, okay, here's the thing with Ebert. He is very knowledgeable about film. I will give him that. I will not detract from him. He knows film, but he has an insane bias. He really doesn't like horror films. So almost always, if he's talking about a horror film, he will give it a bad review, which is really fucking lame. But in general, if it's genre he doesn't like, he will like there. I mean, case in point, I wasn't really big on romance movies, but I saw a lot of romance movies that I shockingly enjoyed. The Culpa Mia. I was like, oh god, this is gonna be fucking stupid. It's gonna be, Twilight with Fast and the Furious, and I legitimately liked it. I still want to watch it with my wife. I'm curious as to what she thinks, to see if she likes it too, or if maybe do I have a screw loose? I am curious. But regardless, I found that there are certain movies that I thought that I would just not like, and I ended up really liking. So, but I am willing to admit that Ebert, if there's a genre he doesn't like, he would go into it not liking, like being angry, just being like, no, I'm not gonna like this. This is crap. And then he, and sometimes I wonder, honestly, if he even really paid attention to it, Some case in point, like the Mortal Kombat movie. I think he was expecting to just be able to cruise through it and trash it, and it ended up being really good. And Siskel paid attention to it, and he liked it, Yeah, there we go. Ebert was known to despise horror. He talked about slasher films and any other type of horror films badly. Yeah, he didn't even give them a chance. Ebert said he enjoyed The Cell. But The Cell is one of those nebulous movies like Silence of the Lambs that can be seen. It's a thriller. It's like, no, it's not a horror movie. It's a thriller. It's a like with Silence of the Lambs. Oh, it's about a serial killer, and then there's another serial killer that they have to ask, for information, and he's making skin suits out of fat ladies, but not a horror movie. It is a thriller. And it's like, all right, whatever you gotta say. Whatever you gotta say to get an Oscar. Free Jack, You'll Die on the Hill, that Twilight movies are quality bad movies and are fun to watch with friends and mock. Well, as I have said on numerous occasions, one year, a few years ago, I streamed, when Amazon still had the Prime watch parties, I streamed the entire Twilight saga, all 5 films, back to back, over 11 and a half hours long. One of the third one, I got halfway through the film, it crashed, so I had to start all the way over again from the beginning. But it was fun. It gave me a lot of material to make fun of. It gave us Yeet the Baby, a lot of that stuff. So it was fun. Tenichiro was really good, even though it's not normally your cup of tea. Like, the romance, see, that's a movie where, yes, it is a romance movie, but I kind of look at that more of like and it's not, I mean, I guess it would fall under rom-com, but it's like when I think rom-com, I think like 50 First Dates, like that kind of thing. Like, I think of that as more of a dramatic comedy with romantic elements. 10-Inch Hero, really fucking good movie. And I'm very sad that Jensen Ackles doesn't like it because I mean the only thing that I could think of is his wife is nude in it. And he maybe doesn't like the fact that she wasn't his wife at the time, but they met on the movie and but his wife is nude in it. And maybe he doesn't like it because he doesn't like people seeing it, and then they get to look at his naked wife. Yeah. But I still think it's great. And yes, Twilight is gay. Who said Twilight's gay? Woogie, Twilight is gay. Why? I need that in here too. Why are you gay? You are gay. I streamed all the Twilight movies. Look, Irmo, I was paid. If memory, I believe I was paid $200 to stream all the Twilight movies. And I did. So. Remember when Brad Jones went and saw those? Those were fun as hell to watch when he reviewed those. Oh, did Brad do the Twilight movies? Brad's funny. I like Brad. There we go. Slice of life comedy drama. Say what you like about Doug. He's better in touch with the general audiences than Disney and Red Letter Media for that matter. You know what? Seven. I just out of just because of time, like I really don't watch I don't really watch a lot of like other YouTubers and stuff, especially like movie reviewers and stuff. And that's not me being biased, that's not me being shitty on them or whatnot. It's just a matter of dime. Like usually if I'm watching something on YouTube, like I'm watching a lot of stuff with my son. I recently discovered Outdoor Boys, and I'm like, this is really fucking good. And then I find out that the dude, like, he gained 12 million subscribers in a year and then decided to call the channel quits because it got too big too fast. And like he didn't like kind of being in the public spotlight. And I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, holy fuckaroni. I mean, like he got the dream. Like he went super mega ultra viral and then just didn't want to do it anymore. So I mean, props to not wanting to do it. How come the stream comes up on mobile but not on Apple TV, YouTube app? I don't know. It's YouTube being YouTube. I saw the images of the Anaconda remake as well, and Jack Black being in it is more than enough for me to know that I will not see it. My mic, I don't even remember what I was talking about with, I guess I was responding to. Oh, I was saying about, what about Brad? I don't know. I don't know. Doug is fun in his commentaries, a nostalgia critic as well as regular commentaries. I also think that Doug, like, grew up a lot in the past 10 years or so. Like, after he retired the critic and then came back to do it again, because he saw, like, really where his bread was buttered, so to speak. I'm looking forward to actually talking. I'm going to be at the that reminds me, I want to show you guys I'll bring that up in a second. Yeah, I got paid to watch the Twilight films. Hey man, Pay for Christmas presents that year. You only watch Red Letter Media. Best of the worst now. You're not that interested in their other videos as you used to be. It's funny how that works, isn't it? You know? This Snake Center is big! I want to bring this up before I forget it because I inevitably will forget it. Image. All right. And oh boy. The next year's Sci-Fi Horror Fest in Vernon, New York. We got CJ Graham, we got Tom McLaughlin, we got Tom Matthews for the Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives 40th reunion, August 14th and 15th at Vernon Downs Casino Hotel. It's going to be really fun. Get to see CJ again. He's awesome. I think I'm going to get him to sign my copy of Hell Cop, Highway to Hell. Although Mrs. T is going to get, we got my buddy who's making a prop 6 mask to get him to sign. Might get him to sign it. Might get Tom to sign it too. But so they're the first 3 guests that they've announced for next year that they're on lock. So it'll be really cool. CJ's a really funny guy. He's a big dude too. So that's going to be a real good time. So yes, be there and be square. Let's see. Can't stand a nostalgia critic too spazzy. Well, you know, I get that, but the thing is, that's what his audience wants, and that's what he does, and dude makes a fucking killing at it, you know? I mean, holy fuckaroni. Let me see. I'm curious. How is he doing lately? Oh, it's because it's Channel Awesome. He's kicking the shit out of me, I'll tell you. 4.7 million views in the past month. With 10K subs. 10K new subs. I mean, he's got 1.41 million subs. I mean, you know, as much as you'll like say, as people will crap, you know, whatnot, he's bigger than he ever was. You know, 1.2 billion views. Doing something right, you know. And this is coming from, because they were originally on Blip, and then when Blip died, they moved over to YouTube full time in 2014. So in 11 years, 1.2 billion views, and still constantly an uptick, constantly growing. So. I mean, I can understand, people that maybe don't like him, but, he knows, they know what they're doing, Feel like Doug has evolved. Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about all the skits and whatnot, but again, I get why they're doing it. Jack Black was in Waterworld, an underrated movie. I did a very long video about Waterworld a while ago. Well, he's barely in it. Friday the 13th is harder to kill than Jason. One good movie, they run into the ground. I don't know. I like Friday the 13th. I guess you could say the original run, all the way up to all the way up to Freddy vs. Jason. I think to me that feels like that's like a good ending of the series. The remake wasn't good, and you know what are you gonna do? Yeah, the Ulysses cut of Waterworld is really freaking good. But you know they weren't gonna release a 3-hour movie in theaters. These movies having a 40th anniversary doesn't make me feel old at all. No, I, I, I feel happy. I feel happy. Any chance to cover the American Ninja series? Absolutely. I really want to talk to Sam Furstenberg, because he is the creator of the American Ninja movies. But I really want to talk to him about what do you call it? Break Into Electric Boogaloo first. Really want to do that. So I need to I need time. I need like I need like multiplicity. I need more of me cuz I am stretched thin. I am one person really trying my best. And I have so many things that I want to do and just I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them. Cruel Sun, love the channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oni plays Boosted Doug. Oh yeah. Aren't they're really big, aren't they? I'm sure I'm gonna fucking be like oof, mega oof. Oni plays. Well, wow. Huh. Actually has. That's crazy. This is one of those things where he has less subscribers than Doug, but more views. 12 million views in the past month. Man, dude, if I could I'd be out of debt if I had 12 million views in a month. That's fucking insane. I don't get. I'm not gonna go on a bitch fest about YouTube, but I don't get how I mean with everything going on, I think I think a lot of people. One of the reasons why some channels I never built a huge social media presence because I'm not controversial on my social media. I just kind of talk about the same shit that I talk about on my channel, and consequently that usually doesn't build you a particularly big audience. But at the same time, because YouTube refuses to send out updates to let people know that you got a new fucking video out, that you're hoping that people will still remember to tune in once a week. And consequently, things aren't really blowing up particularly well. And then you've got somebody who's getting 12 million views a month, and you got somebody like me who's getting 500,000 a month. And it's like, whoopity-doo. Nostalgia ween. I'm going to talk to Doug. Maybe we'll do something. That'd be fun. Did you put a calendar on your door back there? Well, I mean, there's a calendar, right there. I haven't updated it in a little while, though. That's not a door. That's a pillar. Give me the Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic. Can understand if you don't, though. No, I like Critical Drinker. He's a nice guy. I don't really know much about Nerdrotic. So I not saying anything good or bad. I'm saying I know of him. I just don't know what he does. But I know Critical Drinker, and I've seen a bunch of his stuff. And he's more level-headed than I think people would expect from somebody with Critical Drinker. They think, oh, it's gonna be shit. And no, I think he's got some valid points. Let me see. Robert Englund is going to be in that Pinocchio horror movie. It's a Pinocchio horror movie? There was a Pinocchio horror movie called Pinocchio's Revenge. It's not at all what you think, but Waterworld, I think people went into Waterworld were the same people that went into Fantastic Four 2015. They went in wanting to hate it. And because it was the most expensive movie ever. And so they wanted to shit all over it. And Waterworld's fine. It's a fun movie. I liked it a lot for what it was. Jason X is the best one, and you'll die on that hill. You know what? I'm not going to argue with that one. Jason X is a lot of fun. Friday the 13th, 1 through 5. I mean, part 7 is still my favorite, but, you know, I get it. Furstenberg is a YouTube channel. Oh, I know. I talked to him on Facebook. He's a nice guy. More of you would drive Mrs. T crazy. Well, yeah. I mean, I would keep them down here to work, and then I would just, be up there. But then I would drive. See, that's the thing. It wouldn't be more of me. It would be more of me around, and then I would drive. Like, more of, like, me by myself. She'd be like, "Oh, you're here more often. I'm sick of you." But yes, more of me would drive her crazy. She would not want to be, around me. Was the rotating room in Electric Boogaloo the same room that was used in First Elm Street? Yes. It was also the same room that was used in The Stuff, where they had the camera on lock and they rotated the room around. So yeah, for that scene with Boogaloo Shrimp was dancing around, right? Boogaloo Shrimp, because it was it was Ozone and Turbo. No, well, no. But he was his real his real breakdancer name was Boogaloo Shrimp, and then he was Turbo, and then Ozone. He also did Cyborg Cop. Mr. Furstenberg did a lot of movies, and he's a very nice gentleman. You remember your dad renting American Ninja from your local Canadian Tire hardware store, and everyone. That doesn't sound like where you would rent movies from, but, What obscure movie monster should come back? Personally, you want to see a go fight Reptilicus. I was actually mentioning this in another video. I want Shin Gamera. Give me Shin Gamera. We got Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman. Give me Shin Gamera. Although I don't know how obscure Gamera is, but I love Gamera. Gamera is the friend of all children. The fight at the end of Final Fantasy VII is amazing. Saw it as a kid and stuck with me. Yeah, I mean, the movie was supposed to be Carrie versus Jason, and it's what it is. It's killer. You didn't like Jason X. You actually fell asleep within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the film, or 5 to 10 minutes of the film. You liked the character. Well, how do you know that you didn't like it? You fell asleep in the beginning of the movie. Like, there was a dude I used to work with who, he didn't like Paranormal Activity. He's like, I turned it on, and I fast forwarded, and then I waited. I didn't know what was going on. I fast forwarded a little bit later, and I fast forwarded, and the movie was over. I didn't like it. I'm like, you didn't watch it. You fast forwarded the whole fucking thing. Running Man reboot, mark my words, is gonna suck. It is going to suck. If it doesn't suck, I will say that I was wrong. But, oh boy, does it not look good. And let's see. Pinocchio's Revenge had a similar plot to the earlier versions of Child's Play. But the thing with Pinocchio's Revenge was, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it's not about the killer doll. You remember downloading Jason X off Kazaa a year before it was released in theaters. Wow. I see you like to live dangerously. I could not wait to see Jason X in theater. I dragged, when was Jason X? It was like 2003, I think. Let's see, Jason X. 2001. Dang. Okay. And did that come at like the holidays? Oh no, it didn't it didn't get released. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna, because I'm like, I remember dragging Mrs. T to see it. Yeah, it came out April in 2002. Okay. So yeah, I dragged yeah, well, she wasn't Mrs. T yet, but she was my Goyle friend back then. 1,000 me's chained to 1,000 typewriters exploring the works of Corman instead of Shakespeare. You're not wrong. Yes, Gamera. He is really neat. He is filled with meat. Gamera, there we go. We got it. Gamera. Gamera is really neat. Gamera is filled with meat. We've been eating Gamera. And then I just see that he is filled with turtle meat. We need more Gamera. We certainly do. Although the Gamera movies from the mid 2000s are really good. The Running Man reboot looks terrible. It looks so bad. Are you kidding? Is there a Pinocchio in space? Please tell me there's a Pinocchio in space. Pinocchio in space. There's a Pinocchio in outer space. Oh, okay. It's okay, it's not at all what I was thinking. Pinocchio must prove himself as a real boy when he takes off to Mars with Nerdle to capture Abstro. Hardcore space whale. Fuck. Oh, I'm so tired. Interesting. No. I did not know that existed until just now, and I got really excited, but then I see that it is a old animated movie. And not that I'm sure it's wonderful, but I was expecting like, you know, Pinocchio's Revenge kind of silliness, but this looks like it's actually like good, you know. Oh, I know, Gabre. I'm just saying. It's all good. One of the problem with the Running Man reboot is they can't film the book's endings. Yeah. Studio had Jason X sit on the shelves for 2.5 years. Wow. You know what? I think you're right. Sidney Poitier is Gamera. I'm Sidney Poitier. Every character went to space, even Pinhead. I had joked about that years ago. I was saying, you know, if a franchise is around long enough, some point they're going to go to fucking space. You know, I'm expecting Billy the Puppet to be up there at some point. So, anyway. All right, you guys. As you can tell that me yawning for the past hour, I am sleepy. So I am going to go to bed. The Roll It reviews are on, let's just say, we're on a mid-season break. Amityville also went to space. I have that one. And it went to the Hood. And Leprechaun went to space. And the Hood. But anyway, yeah, the Roll It videos are on a season break right now. I'm working on some stuff. It's going to be fun, though, when it comes back. Well, it's going to come back for like a little bit, but then it's relaunching October 1st. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm doing a lot with that. It's going to be I hope it's something I think it's going to be really special. So thank you guys. Toodle pip. I haven't heard that in a while. Take care, you guys. I will be back here next week. Hopefully, I'll be a little bit more awake because I won't. I'm not going to be doing a side scrollers earlier in the day. So, but I think I'm going to go and just chill for a bit and then go to bed. So, thank you guys for the donations, and thank you for just hanging out. I appreciate it. These are fun. So I will see you all. I'll see you on the Discord if you're there. If not, new video out on Monday, and then I'll see you back here on Tuesday. All right, you guys. Where's my? There you go. Bye bye. See yous.